Okay, we're live, folks. This is Eric, Belgrade Beat on the streets or in the park, Students Park, for a New Year's live stream, ladies and gentlemen. So I just decided, okay, so I was supposed to meet some random, dude who knows me from the channel, and he didn't show up. So now I'm walking around for an hour before going to meet some friends for a New Year's happy greeting. Anyways, how's everybody doing today? I am feeling absolutely quite fabulous. I do not have a hangover, which is very rare for, New Year's and everything like that. So, welcome. Wow, 7 people piled on. Hey, Happy New Year. 7 people just piled on to this live stream, so this is pretty good. We have an audience. So, basically, the idea. Woof, 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 woof. I'm in Studentsky Park right now. If you're nearby, maybe you can catch me as you see me go. Thank you to Sam Dragonich. Happy New Year, Matt Underworld. Desi Burko. Ja sam ovde in Studentsky Park. U parku sam. Yeah. To je to. So basically, I just wanted to see how everybody's doing. What you guys want to see from me in the year 2019 with Belgrade Beat and all of this, sort of like stuff that I'm doing around the city. Like, would you like to sort of, see me interview more local entrepreneurs? Would you like to see more videos about beautiful Serbian women? Oh my God. Or would you like to just, see me comment more on the society? Do you want to know what I think of all these protests that have been going on, for against the government or whatever? I try not to talk about politics too much because it gets a little bit sticky very quickly. Quickly gets very sticky when I talk about politics in this country because, well, let's just say I like to not have any interaction with the politics of this country. It's inevitable that I do, but I essentially want to, just run my life, in this country, have as little interaction with the government as possible. So, what do you guys think? What do you want to see more of on Belgrade Beat in 2019? Write me in the comments. Come on, I'm waiting for you. While I'm waiting for somebody to suggest what they want to see more of, I'll tell you that I just got back from Canada on Thursday. I was there for 8 days. And every single time I go back to Canada, it becomes very, very clear why I live here and not there. Okay, so Dennis Banda wants to see more Serbian women. That's a pretty good reason to live here, is because the women are very beautiful. But I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, Mario, the other day, and basically talking about Serbian women, how fabulously attractive they are, but how strange and complicated having a relationship with them is. So that is a recurring theme, amongst me and the foreigners that I've met, just how Serbian women are like really damn complicated to have normal relationship, what we consider normal relationships with. And yes, so I'm going to be publishing a video in the new year, a series of videos examining the mentality of Serbian women and all of that. As a, heterosexual foreign male, strani kurac, I have had many experiences over the years of living and visiting Belgrade in the area of women. And I have to say, there's quite a lot of paradoxes in the mentality here of women. So, I mean, come on, folks. Yeah. Interviewing people about the Yugoslav war is a request. Well, you know what? I'm promoting Belgrade in a 21st century way. And when I first came here to live in 2008 for like 3 months, I was very interested in doing that. I've recorded a song called Organized Violence, which is, basically inspired by the West being the police officers of the world and the bombings of 99 and hearing how horrible it is to have your fucking country bombed. Yes, it's horrible. But I really do believe that Serbia needs to get past this. Get that dirt off your shoulder, as Jay-Z would say. Really, it's 20 years later now. 20 years later since the bombings in 99. 19 years since the regime of Milosevic was overthrown, or was it overthrown? Oh, I said I'm not going to talk about politics. Anyways, but one of the things is like I want to avoid this Tuzna Priča sort of reality of Belgrade that people dwell in. You know, like talking about the war. Oh, but it's so sad. Oh, my life sucks. This is such a shitty country. Blah, 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 blah. That stupidity has no place on my channel. So anything that's complaining, all that stuff, I don't mind it as a sort of like side thing. You know, like, okay, yes, there was the war and this happened, this affected me this way. I'd like to interview somebody maybe who was glad that they grew up in a place that had war because it gave them a zest for life that they wouldn't otherwise have. You know, that sort of story I'd be interested in. You know, that they used what they learned during that time to create a great business or inspire other people around the world, all of that stuff. So yeah. So there was one guy who commented that it was his resolution to visit Belgrade for the first time in 2019. Yeah, come. The days that I would recommend or the months I would recommend are May and September. Absolutely beautiful. Absolute perfect weather in here. Usually, although sometimes May can be like some sort of monsoon type thing where, you know, like it just, it just rains all the time. But May is usually very beautiful, 25 degrees and sunny. So what did this guy say? Let's switch it on to live chat. I know you've done some videos on the subject, but I'd like to see more videos of public parks and exercise equipment like bars and other gymnastic stuff. I can't help you right now, Jim. I'm not near any of those places right now, but I will do it. You know, Tash Maidan, it's really good. There's a really nice one on the other side of the fortress by the river over there, where you can look out on the river while exercising calisthenics and all that sort of thing. And yeah. It's great in the summer. May and September are the best times. Just come during those months and just, wow, this is a great city to be in. Right now, winter, not my favorite. Guess what? It's not my favorite. I mean, I left Belgrade on November 1st. It was 22 degrees. I came back on December 8th after spending 5 weeks in Southeast Asia, and it was quite the bummer to come back after being in Thailand, Vietnam, all this stuff. And yeah, what can I say? Winter is not my favorite. So yeah. All right. So as you guys may know, Turk Republika is completely shut down for the time being. There's the horse where you always meet people, but this is as close as you can get right now because they're redoing the whole freaking thing. The National Museum, however, is open. Maybe not today, but it is open now. So that's good. And well, basically, the city is just getting more built up and vibrant every year. You know, you have the brand new buildings like this. What is that, Radisson? No, Marriott. You got a Radisson down the road too, and like all these fancy hotels, if that's your thing. I would always rather stay in an Airbnb than a hotel. I like, you know, that experience, the homely experience. Actually, this is one thing that I'm seriously considering getting into in the new year, is running Airbnbs in Belgrade, and sort of making, for people who want to stay for like a longer, not just a few day tourists, but people who want to come here, who work online, who want to stay here for a month or something, or even longer, like being the turnkey solution that, okay, you've seen Belgrade Beat and Eric talk about the city. Now you can come to Belgrade and somebody that Eric trusts will pick you up at the airport and, you know, get you a place, give you a place to live for as long as you need it, help you find an apartment, you know, give you a local SIM card with data already loaded up. So you're basically, I want to give people the plug and play Belgrade experience, and maybe even they can get to meet me at a meetup, because I'm thinking of doing more like weekly meetups, because I basically just get all of these requests to meet from random people. And rather than meeting a bunch of random people, you know, single, like one-on-one, sometimes it's fun just to have an event. It's like from this time to this time, I'm going to be at this bar, come and hang out. And then people get to meet other people who come and share the interest in Belgrade and Belgrade Beat and everything like that. So I'm going to be doing that. And yeah, the turnkey Belgrade experience, like everything from, you know, showing you cafes, finding you a place to live, helping you register a business so that you can get a visa to live here longer term, you know, taking you to the tax office, signing you up for, you know, some, which in my opinion, are very advantageous tax schemes that are available in Serbia. You know, like the Preduzetnik Paušalac scheme. You know, I want to give people all those services because I am constantly getting email about that stuff because I've made videos about that stuff. So the next thing is to sort of turn that into a business. So, you know, somebody can have a job under my guidance, helping you guys like make your way in the city when you're just arriving. Yes, I've dabbled a little bit in that, and it's really rewarding to sort of help foreigners come and enjoy starting to live in this city. I had Michael from Australia come last summer. He's still around, you know. He was living in one apartment that I rent when I was away, and then he lived in another apartment for a couple months that we also rent. Yeah, someone was just calling me. Yeah. Anyways, so basically, what did I want to talk about more? I'm not going to be in Belgrade all winter. In fact, most of the winter I'm not. This is just like I'm only here till the 10th, and then I'm flying to Amsterdam for one day, and then I'm flying to Ethiopia. If you can believe it or not, because I just want to go to Ethiopia, man. Like, I want to go to Africa. I told you I'm not a big fan of winter, so I found a 400 euro return ticket from Amsterdam, and it's only about 100 euros to fly to Amsterdam and back. So 500 euros total, Belgrade to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia trip. I'm doing that back on January the 24th. Yeah, and basically I will just be, here for a little bit. Then I'm heading off to Colombia to start a new chapter of my business support adventure, the expat outsourcing company. We're heading off to America this year. That's the theme, expanding into the American market and, building a business that continues to allow people to live in places like this or Colombia or Vietnam or all these places that sounded scary, like scary Colombia, scary Vietnam, scary everything, scary Serbia. But now, these places are great places to live. Anyways, this live video is brought to you by Trubaci, and let's just enjoy that for a second. It's like fucking Gucci here. How do you like that? Yeah. I mean, it's pandemonium, folks, on the streets of Belgrade sometimes around this time of year. Just so busy. Like, is there so much going on in the streets in the center these days? It's like everybody just drops everything and rushes to the center and just hangs out, which is cool. I mean, I told you it's not my favorite time of year, right? But there are certain benefits, like Cuva no Vino. Here's another Trubaci event. Trubaci. Wachi Trubaci. Yep. All right. Right. So this is Glaze Mihailova. If you've never been here, come. If you've been here, you know what it's all about. Main walking street in Belgrade, and yeah, this is what it's like on the streets today. January the 1st, 2019, and yeah. Basically, yeah. Am I going to Iran is one of the questions, and no. Unfortunately, I really wanted to go to Iran, but being a Canadian citizen, it's very, very restrictive. I guess they think we're all spies, which some people here think that I'm a spy or something, or some, government puppet, but it's not true. Um, let's just go over here away from the noise. Yep. So I'm not going to Iran because as a Canadian citizen, you literally need a tour guide to accompany you everywhere, and that's not how I roll. I really wanted to do it, but unfortunately with the political situation, we might just need to wait a little bit before I go to that country. I don't know, I have a feeling that country is gonna, change a lot in the next few years. If you look at if you meet people from there and the young people there, how they think about the West is very favorable, and how they think about their government, the Islamic State of Iran, the Islamic Republic, they don't like it. Most of the young people I've met from there, and they're just like, no. I'm trying to get out. They had to stop the visa-free access for Iranians over here in Serbia because too many of them were, kind of just coming here and not going back. Wonder what happened to that buddy that I had from Iran, Saeed, who I actually, was the guy who said, yeah, come for a visit. Come, maybe we can work together. I don't know, but it didn't work out because his expectations, I don't know. It was just like, yeah. I mean, yeah. It's hard, the cross-cultural things, I fully encourage everybody to get outside of their culture and go to different places and become more international. This is how my parents raised me. This is what my father, grandparents, and everybody was always doing, traveling around the world and doing different stuff. In fact, my father always wanted to go to Ethiopia because he was working at a high-class hotel in London when he was young, and he became friends with the Crown Prince of Ethiopia, who was a guest at the hotel, and the Crown Prince was inviting him to visit Ethiopia, but he never went because he didn't have the time nor the money. So now I have the time and money to visit Ethiopia, and I'm doing that for the end of next week already. So 10 days, and it's Ethiopian food is something I would really like to see in Belgrade because I think Serbs would absolutely love it. It's like let's just say it's like a palichinka but sourdough pancake that sits on the plate. And then they put all sorts of meat and vegetable stews, not unlike goulash, some of them, on top of there. And you eat it with your hands with this spongy bread, and you soak it up in Ethiopian food. Yep. I actually did a cooking show where I did one of these recipes with my friends Daryl and Maria that you can see on Kitchen TV. That was really fun in the summer. I had a massive hangover and, basically... powered through these 2 episodes of this cooking show, which now is apparently on TV quite a lot, and people are recognizing me. Hey, you're Eric from the lady at one of the shops where I buy vegetables, Molly Koenich in Dorso, recognized me from the cooking show. And there was a really good episode of RTS show called Pro Maya that I did, which was, basically RTS is the national television of Serbia, for those who don't know, and they basically just give these teenagers in high school their own show and ask them what they want to do with it. And one of the teenagers wanted to interview me. And so there's a lovely little interview with me that you can find on episode 2 of Pro Maya. You can probably search it on RTS, their YouTube channel. It's there. And you can watch that. The cooking shows, I don't know if they're on YouTube. Actually, I think they're just on cable TV, which is a damn shame because I'll probably never even see them. Unless my friend Daryl, who I filmed it with, has some access to the recordings and can show me, the whole thing. So, yeah. What am I doing today? I'm going to my producer Casper's place in a few minutes. The studio is mine. If anybody's looking for a great music producer in Belgrade, Casper's the guy. He's from Amsterdam, married a Serbian woman, of course, and just set some roots down here. That it's in Dorchel, so I'm just killing a little time before I head over there. And basically, yeah, what can I say? It's a beautiful winter day here in Belgrade, and yeah, Don't know who rides a scooter in this weather, but it seems pretty miserable. Like it would be miserable. Yeah, so here we are, folks. What did I do last night is the question. Not that somebody asked, but people will ask me eventually, what did I do last night? Well, let me tell you what I did last night. Nothing. I had a pretty bad hangover from the day before. And, sometimes when you have a hangover, you have another drink and that makes it better. So I started drinking at like noon or something. Really shitty alcoholic move sometimes, but it was like a holiday or whatever. And, I just kept drinking. And then came around 10 o'clock and I was like, oh, should I go to this techno party that some of my guys from Support Adventure are throwing? It was at Kuchica under the Pančevo Most, a little sort of underground place, really cool alternate. I was there the other day. And I decided, I got dressed, went to the bus stop, standing on the, Boulevard Despota Stefana, on my way to the party, and I ultimately decided just to go home. It was raining, it was like miserable, and I knew what would happen if I went there. And I knew what would happen if I went home. So I went home, started feeling good, relaxing, stopped drinking. If I went, I would have stayed up all night and drank, and, I'm really trying to get this part of my life in order. So, drinking less. In January, so I even finished drinking my last drink before midnight, celebrated a little countdown with myself in my apartment. Kind of a loser move, isn't it? Kind of a loner move. But I don't really care, guys. Like, yes, I was alone on New Year's Eve. No, I don't have a girlfriend right now to kiss. No, whatever. Maybe in the future, maybe this will be the last New Year's Eve that I ever spend alone or outside of a relationship. So I was enjoying that. And I'm enjoying waking up this morning, feeling good. Not bad. I thought I had a hangover earlier, but it turns out that I don't. So this is good. Because the night before I was drinking quite a bit. Meeting with all sorts of people. We had a little Belgrade beat meetup, in the Layla Books and Record Cafe. And then I met with a friend of mine, and then after that I got into some rakia. What can I say? Life is fabulous and beautiful. It's just about choosing what you want to do, and I want to show this world, this city, Belgrade, and I want to show Belgrade the world somehow, and make this place more international, more vibrant, multicultural, etc. Because the more I travel this world, the more I understand other cultures, and the more I realize that we all have something to contribute here. And yes, there's a lot of shittiness in the world, and there's a lot of shittiness here, and shitty attitudes, shitty people who don't want to work to make their lives better or work to contribute anything to their society, and just want to take. But I'm not one of those people. I want to contribute to Belgrade, to the world, to people's lives, and make this and other places like it better places, nicer places to live, that operate within a bigger bubble, let's say. And what can I say? I'm doing it with this channel, meeting all sorts of wonderful, great people with my channel, and I'm so thankful for all of the interaction that I get through this channel. It's done wonders for my social life here. For New Year's Eve last night, there were several different places I could have gone to have, people who were happy to see me, but then I chose to be alone. So stay tuned for more interviews with local people, more content about Belgrade, and also check out my other World Beast 9000 channel, which has turned into a travel vlogging channel where I've already been to Southeast Asia, going soon to Africa, going to Latin America via New York City in next month, February. So 2019, very promising. I'll be traveling a lot, but this Belgrade is very much my base. And you'll see me here, and I'll be doing more things starting this spring, more live events, more music. I believe I am playing the Supernatural Festival this year, so we'll announce that soon. And apart from that, just keep on watching the channel and rock on, folks. I'm back where I started the video right now, so it's a soothing sort of place to end it. Studentsky Park. So thanks a lot to all my subscribers for watching and everything like that. So, you know, in the future, let's make this place an even better place to live. Thanks a lot, guys. Ciao.